Welcome, everyone, to Mental Health, where we are discussing, at the request of our viewers from last week, the topic of integrity, which it looks like one of my friends up here has misheard and thought we said tegrity, which is, I'm sure, something we're going to discuss. Of course, I am Dino the Genetic Marvel. Up above is Mr. Cole Clayton, Sniffing Glue 22, and Marco Torres on from Upside Down Studios. Gentlemen, I tagged the shit out of this and posted it to all of your channels, so just an FYI. But the whole idea, I think integrity is one of the most important things in life. I think that's like standing by what you say. I think is one of the most it's an important thing for your own standards. You know,
Part
what do
of,
you guys think?
I feel like it's a part of being a man. I mean,
Mhm.
especially like where I came from, it was predominantly black folks. I grew up in the projects. And as I got older, you know, no matter how much I grew up with folks, sometimes I just didn't fit in.
Yeah,
And the only way that I gained my trust and was able to sit at the table with the other big dogs was because of my word. They knew if I said something, it was going to be done. If something was supposed to be somewhere at a certain time, it was going to be done. If I ever, that's why you rarely hear me talk shit about too many people. I might call somebody an idiot or whatever. But if I'm talking shit, like if I say some fuck shit, that means I'm ready to fight. And
yeah,
that's just on me. That's just you know, there's
yeah.
been very few times I've even let that slide, and that's only because maybe I was at a Dairy Queen with one of my kids or some shit like that. But but
Yeah,
best
yeah.
believe, I've heard plenty of times. Do you want your kids to see you do this? Yeah, I do. I want them to learn. Fuck yeah,
Right.
yeah, I do.
That is an important factor too. I feel like as men, it is important to teach your sons and your daughters, I guess, to an extent.
Oh yeah, my
Like
daughter
what
will never be a victim.
right. Yeah, to how to you gotta beat some ass every once in a while, you know?
Yeah. No, that's fair. What's up, Walkie Talkies? Are neat. Serge, how are you? Shower.
That's like a lot of people say that violence isn't the answer. No, it's not the answer, but it's a answer, and it's a damn good answer.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's
Oh, damn.
always the answer. It's always an answer, is the thing. A lot of people like the people who don't who say
What's up,
in my
Vinegar?
opinion, the people who say violence is never the answer are the same people that know that they're going to be taken out with violence. You know what I mean?
Hey, Victoria. Yeah, people who don't think that that's an option are the same ones that just can't. You're like, yeah, okay, that's because you're a pussy. That's not on me.
Exactly.
I've met little guys that could throw down. It has
Oh,
nothing to do with
it's
size.
the
Has the
small ones you got to worry about the most. If I'm being
yeah,
honest, big guys like you and me, like for the most part, you grew up as the youngest, so you can't
exactly.
you kind of know you have you're a big man with little man syndrome, but
Yeah.
big guys like me, I'm just like I intimidate smaller people, but most of the time I'm a lot of
I
fluff.
have not once ever in my life been intimidated of you, Cole. I love you to death, but not
But you
once.
know me, but you know me, but
Well,
you
I didn't know you, and you look like Larry the Cable Guy sitting in somebody's fucking front yard of a trailer eating dog biscuits.
but you knew me before that too, though. You
No,
just
the
didn't know me in person.
no, the fuck I did.
We
I
met
didn't know
virtually.
you from that box of dog biscuits.
Okay,
Oh, that's it.
but don't act like I'm some soft piece of shit. All right, you
I'm
know
not
I throw
saying that.
down.
I'm just saying I
Yeah.
would have never even thought of even thinking about. You know what I see when I see you? Look at them perky titties.
Okay, this is good. Hold on.
I don't even know what that
People who say
means.
I
violence is not
named
the
your
answer.
brother walk around holding my pocket.
Fucking
Come on.
Okay, but that was my little brother, and little
yeah.
by a significant margin, and I mean
Oh yeah.
little.
It
He's
doesn't
like half your size.
matter.
Yeah,
He's
that's
not.
yeah.
We're not even like related, really.
If my little brother
We
was
just have
holding
the
your
same
pocket,
mom. Like,
if my little brother was holding your pocket, I'd have had to beat my little brother's ass and then make him go back with a baseball bat to beat your ass.
Bro.
why? That's his
Uh
problem.
People who, hold on, shut up, both of you. God. People who say violence is not the answer, I feel, are the same ones that say touch me and my dad will sue you. That's 100% factual. Calaboca. Sure. And what are we talking about today? Violence or integrity? Well, listen, it's funny that you would say that, Victoria, because
Victoria's
those,
always picking on us.
I know she's very mean. See, this is why people are like, "Oh, Victoria is a saint." I'm like, "Yeah, but her only claim to being a saint is dealing with me. That's not like." Aside from that, oh yeah, you should see her when the first time I ever heard her swear was when she was driving.
Was it in American?
Huh? Oh yeah, oh yeah. And
Like you reached 3 countries to swear at you. She had to have been pissed.
I was a passenger. It was wild. She is a saint. Yeah, but only because she has to put up with my shit. That doesn't count. That's one thing.
Oh,
You
well,
need like 2 things.
Poor Ray got her wings, her halo, a fucking golden harp.
Oh, for sure. Driving and swearing is therapy. That's 100% accurate.
I don't know. Any woman who's willing to put up one of us three, which is none on my case, I feel like they fucked up somewhere, long before they ever met any of us three.
Yeah.
The
damage is done. That's already like,
man, you fucked up in life.
Right.
I'm just saying, that's integrity. I would tell the truth. If I am your man, you fucked up in life.
Yeah, so don't be coming around here acting like you're a saint. Like,
yeah. I'm just saying.
Hey,
Victoria and I got that by proxy. Yeah, that's fair.
It was.
Yeah, that's fair. Listen. You only have yourselves to blame,
right?
But trust me, this is better than you think. Just so you know, okay. I'll tell you straight up. I've met other guys that like, bro. I'm like, how do you let your wife treat you like that? And they're like, oh, she's just playing around. I'm like, bro, don't disrespect me. How dare you? Like, absolutely not. I'll leave you right where you stand immediately. It's just not gonna fly.
Dude, I've had exes that used to tell me stories about their exes. Like one ex I was with, her ex used to pee on her. Just used to pee on her.
You keep getting on this subject.
And not in a sexual way. Like he would fall asleep and a grown ass man would just pee on her. And I was the asshole. I was the one. I was the piece of shit ex.
Like that's, you know what?
Wait, are you bragging or are you sarcastically saying this is what you told me?
I'm like, I was worse than somebody pissing on you for years.
For years.
Victoria says, wow, it took all 8 minutes before you started talking about golden showers. That's courtesy of Marco Torres from Upside Down Studios. There you go. What in the R. Kelly are you talking about?
I have like very little sympathy for people when they start bitching about their exes because it's like, okay, the first time a grown man wet the bed, you weren't like, I gotta go. This is it. You know what I mean? Like,
dude,
that's
like, hey, like, do you have like a condition? Like, what is?
Right. No, the second time it happens, like, you gotta get out of there. Otherwise, like, that's you kind of just. It sounds like you're kind of into it. Yeah, or 100%. You're just content.
Because I also knew chicks that like getting peed on. While like how hard it is to take a piss with a hard on. Yeah. I think we talked about this before, and it's not fun. It takes the whole sexuality out of it. You're concentrating. Now you're just going to the bathroom, and the way I was brought up, man, you don't piss on the floor. So now I want to clean it up. I ain't worried about coming. It's gross. It's gross. Fucking gross.
It's a fun job, but it's still a job. It's why do people bitch about exes? It's okay. In the past. Move on.
Because you've never had somebody actively try to ruin your life. I wasn't just fighting her. I was fighting the state of Ohio. Okay, all right. Like you didn't have somebody actively try to ruin your reputation. So I don't want to hear that shit.
I don't know what's up with my wife. She's like, life hack, Marco, save your pee in a jar and then just drop it on whoever it
You keep it warm though. Keep it like in the window in
Oh.
summertime.
Wait a minute.
I'll be honest.
Weird shift here. Look,
Okay.
Cole sounds like he had some drama going on, like some drama and some trauma. That's PTSD
Of course,
with a little
100%.
bit of ADHD sprinkled on top of
It's like
Bro.
you haven't seen my social medias for the past like 4 years.
My stories, although true, they're out of comedy and humor, not a cry for help.
That's exactly what my entire comedy is a cry for help, but people just keep laughing at me.
Bro, I've already said this publicly, and I'm like, yeah, that's because Cole lives in hostile territory. Like he's behind enemy lines and in his own house.
Cole lives in Beirut.
Yeah, it's basically like Cole lives in the Gaza Strip. Like,
Yeah, he's on the outer banks of Gaza.
Hey, he has the last shiny
Gaza
house
Strip,
in Gaza.
If I live in Gaza, I am neither Jewish nor Muslim. Okay, that's an even worse problem to have.
Air conditioning left in Gaza.
For the love of God, please don't leave a jar of piss on your windowsill. All we need is an alien ecosystem to form and take over the world. I mean, it's very likely. Okay, that's very.
I feel like that would ward off the aliens if you keep peeing in your windows. The aliens would get here and be like, "What? Fuck! Let's get out of here."
That would warrant like a health department call or something like that. Somebody, you don't put pee in a jar. Although the sorcerer's stone apparently is created from pee.
No, you know what?
It's not just pee; it's fermented pee. Like over
it's like
months of work.
If you call the health department on me because my piss is in a jar in the window, minding my own business, snitches get pisses.
Bro, that's how you get a piss disc. That's how you get a piss disc. I'm telling you right now. Okay. You guys know what a piss disc is?
No, what is that?
You piss on a fucking tray, like and then you freeze it, and then you slide it under their door, and then they get a fucking puddle of piss.
Oh. Look, that's some Canadian white shit right there. That is true foreigner. I love that. Like that, I've never heard of that before in my life. I haven't even seen that in a cartoon. Now I really want to try it.
Yeah. You can break it up and throw it through their mail slot if they have that on their door.
Marco, you know the majority of the Geneva Convention, all the war crimes were written about what the Canadians used to do. They're into some sick shit, bro.
We are not.
They're creative.
We're very polite, not kind. Like, bro, we do some mean shit. Like
why
during World
War sorry so much because they're doing fuck shit all the time.
Boys, they're fucked up.
Bro, so one of the big things that Canadians did was they had heard that the Germans were running out of food. They didn't have anything left. So they started throwing cans of food. And then once they started to collect, they switched to grenades. So
which is a war crime now.
Yeah, which is a war crime now.
Yeah, but I mean, is that really worse than the Americans going to the Indians and saying, "Hey, oh, you're cold. Let me give you these blankets. Here's one for the little."
That didn't really happen. They didn't rub their measles dicks all over the blankets first. That's not what happened. The measles were already on the blanket.
Here's one for your measles. Take one to your elderly grandpa. Shitting squaw.
I'm so sick of this rumor. That's not how they got measles from the blankets.
Technically speaking, peeing in a jar would be most sterile. That shit would kill anything.
We're back to fucking pissing in the jar.
And then Walkie Talkies Underneath says piss flavored mead, which
all I wanted to say is Canada is an entire region of the world they're known for apologizing. That's all. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
If you apologize that much that it's a stereotype, that means you're doing fuck shit a lot.
I don't know.
Sorry so much.
Polly Pocket has been running his mouth lately. I mean, I like him, but he's been running his mouth.
Oh, bro.
Polly Pocket. Remind me, who's that?
Pierre Poilievre.
So he's the one that should be president in Canada right now. But it seems like Trudeau keeps he won't pull his dick off the fucking toilet seat.
Bro, he don't work here no more. I don't know why he's still talking.
Oh, he making rules. He's making all kind of rules.
Yeah, you know what he's got to do is fucking figure out that his wife doesn't love him anymore.
Dude, the fucking tariffs that he just imposed, trying to be Mr. Hardman. I mean, Trump was trying to do a bargaining tool. Now he thinks he's gonna have a pissing contest with Trump. The only reason why we could do that whole tariff bullshit is because we got it like that. Canada don't, and when they try, it's gonna fuck them poor people bad. You know, everything that the Americans think the tariffs are gonna happen to the Americans, we're gonna be all right. Canadians are gonna have issues.
What's funny is people get fucking, they're like freaking out because like the Dow is down. They're like, oh, the economy's gonna go to shit. And it's like it's been already been to shit. It'll be all right. It'll be a couple more fucking
even with the Dow going down, and even with the whatever stock going down, we are still above where we were at when Biden was in office.
Hey, regardless,
I mean, gas is down to like 250 right now. So
things have been shitty for a while. It's about time the rich people feel it too.
Right.
Fuck it. I don't care.
Everybody wants to piss and moan about the big corporations and the big this and the big that. You didn't, unless you're a private, a small time stock person or whatever, kind of sorry for your luck. But most of these people, these huge corporations, they lost money. This is what you wanted.
Right. See, this reminds me of It's Always Sunny. They're like, these people can't handle an economic wave like this. We're what you call old poor. Like,
yeah. We were poor when everyone else was rich.
Right.
Awesome. Yeah.
We ain't part of this new poor generation. New poor is rich compared to the old poor.
Exactly.
And we weren't even the poor compared to our parents' poor.
This walkie talkies are neat brings up a good point that you guys should understand. So in Canada, there's a law that states that because we say sorry so often, in case of an accident, it cannot be immediately be considered as a confession of guilt.
I didn't know.
We'll just say, bro, somebody will bump into me and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry." That's just how we are. Yeah. No, it's still in effect too.
Freaking out, anxiety. Like, sorry.
I mean, to be fair, somebody could bump into me and I would like look at him and then he'd be like, my bad. I'd be like, nah, my bad. Like, just fuck it. Like, why not? Like move on with our lives. I don't know. So, is that weird?
So
well, I don't think I can't see people bumping into any of us. Because Marco looks like he'll stab you, and I look like I'll murder you, and you're just big. So you're the friendliest out of all of us, but now you got you look the friendliest.
I look the friendliest?
Or
yeah. I'm fucking up, man.
Motherfucker. I'm curious, Dino.
Hello.
I want your opinion. I'm not gonna ask her because I know what a woman would say.
Right.
What is she the sorry type? Or is she like the Canadian sorry, or is she an Asian? Sorry.
She's a Brit. She don't apologize for anything.
No.
Nope, not at all.
Technically, she colonized me. She's not sorry for shit.
Yeah. Like I said, she's a Brit, dude.
I bought him on the black market.
Oh, bro, she would sell me for parts if she could. Yeah.
I feel like she was on a cruise, like an executive cruise, and they passed by Greece. And she thought she was like a seal or something. I want a baby seal.
Yeah. She put a leash on me and just took me home. And now I live in an aquarium.
If you were a terrarium, woman, you had the opportunity to like capture a giant, wouldn't you?
That's the ultimate reparation right there. That right there is the ultimate reparations. An Asian went and bought a white person or a Greek person.
Yeah. And now she keeps me in her own personal terrarium. I'm a little area to sleep, a little area for entertainment, a little area for exercise.
You got the wheel that goes around. You run.
I got a wheel. I got a wheel that goes around, and then
I mean, the Asians and the whites have always been competing for world domination, so it makes sense.
Genghis Khan got the most of the population.
Yeah, but the whites got most of the world, so it's kind of just even.
I think it's because Genghis Khan caught some kind of STD and died. Because that motherfucker was coming across the world something terrible.
I mean, Alexander the Great was doing the same shit though.
Yeah.
Same exact thing happened to him too.
I wonder how that is though, right? Like, can you imagine? Because, like, can you imagine having that kind of, I don't know, balls to do that? Something like Alexander the Great, where you're like, I'm gonna go fucking take it all over. And you're like, how? What do you mean? Like, I'm just gonna fuck.
What was he
I'm
talking
gonna
about?
go.
The land or the pussy? Because they was doing both.
I mean, whatever.
He wasn't just fucking pussy, by the way. No.
All right.
I mean, he was doing both. There was no more than two.
Hey, man. By any means necessary.
Like, you ever notice, like, some of our great, whether it be warriors or just greats in time, a lot of them died from STDs.
That's not surprising though. It's a honeypot.
I mean, even Al Capone, what was it? Was it syphilis or gonorrhea he died of?
Syphilis.
Which is the same thing that got Alexander the Great, supposedly.
I don't know. There's a few things that say that Alexander the Great may have
been poisoned.
No, but he was like in a, like, there's a disease that you become kind of not a prisoner of your own self,
like
but you
COVID too.
Where you're like awake but you can't move, you're paralyzed. And
like Parkinson's?
No. It's something. It's like a virus, but it paralyzes you. So he may have been conscious, and they may have buried him alive.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but syphilis will fuck you up. Will fuck up your brain though.
Yeah, it puts holes in your brain.
Yeah, so it could be that.
It started from eating cat.
That sounds like some Egyptian shit. That makes sense. Fucking Alexander the Great fucked up and got rid of them damn Egyptians.
Weird, because if you eat a cat, then it goes to your cock.
He was trying to have chicken wings, and they're like, "It's not chicken." Hey. Meow meow. Like,
hey, I'm talking shit though, because the Egyptians like worshipped Egyptians. That was probably some Genghis Khan shit actually out on the Silk Road.
Who knows? Hey, man.
See, I couldn't live back then, man. Like I'd honestly, back in the warrior days, it would feel some type of way about me, because I'm just, I can't, like, dirty genitals are gross to me.
That's a good question though. Hold on. If you were born, say, 1,000 years ago, whatever, like medieval times, what do you think you would do?
I'd find the fucking nearest stream and fucking clean off after fucking. Maybe find an aloe plant. You know.
I mean, as a job, you fucking pervert.
That would be his job. You already heard he was a fucking stripper for charity.
Just be a slut.
Then he could do that on stage. He's like a fucking jester.
Marco would be a gigolo. Done. Cole, what about you?
I'd probably end up like on some kind of cruise ship as like a pirate or something like that. To be honest with you, like that just sounds awesome.
I see myself more of those doctors that the dudes send their wives to when they were having like mad headaches, where they like had to finger them fucking to get rid of their headaches. That's how I made my riches. I'd have a fucking one of the handlebar mustaches and a big top hat, walking with my cane, fingers stink like a motherfucker.
I would stick you for the guy with the bowl cut, where it's bald at top on the top. You'd be bald on top, and you'd have the bowl cut going down to the chin. I feel like
a friar tuck.
Yeah,
like a hippie friar tuck. Nice.
100%. That's Marco. What about you? Do you know what do you think you would have done 1,000 years ago as a job?
Oh, I'd probably be a metal worker.
Metal? Yeah, I can see it.
I'd see Dino in the bathhouse handing out towels to other big naked men.
Oh yeah, that's probably. I'd probably be like, I would like to think that's kind of one of those things where I'm kind of angry at my dad. Like, he never let me entertain the ideas of doing crime, and I'm like, that's not cool. I couldn't go to the military, couldn't practice crime. I'm like, man, I can move serious dope.
Well, that's the other thing. 1,000 years ago, we wouldn't. I don't think we would be able to choose what we do. We just do what our dads did.
Oh,
You
for
know.
sure.
No, because 1,000 years ago, most of our dads were dead in the war, or they died of gangrene from the war.
Yeah, but you still did what they did, like
Yeah.
before they died in the war or
You know
whatever.
that they died. That's what they did. Most of them were fucking young.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you had a kid at 15, you fucking learned a trade, and then you died 5 years later in a war, and then you grew up and did the exact
Paul
same
taught
shit.
me
You
how
know,
to
your
plant
last name
this
was usually
pickle
your
seed.
job.
Paul
I
told me
feel
how to plant this pickle seed.
Jesus.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for most of history, people had to be self-sufficient, right? So for regardless what you did, you would also be a farmer.
I mean, if
Yeah.
I want to be truthful about it, and looking at my history, either way, on one side, I'd end up a farmer from the Italian end, or the other side, I mean, I'm either butt naked or in a loincloth running on the island, or I'm on the mainland
Yeah.
in a fucking tent doing probably farming with the fucking natives.
You'd be an
Yeah.
Aztec.
Depending on where it comes up from Venezuela, where it apparently originated. We could be Aztec, Mayans. We could have been sculpting pyramids for all the fuck I know, 1,000 years
Aztec
ago.
for sure.
Yeah.
You got that Cortez blood
Either
running
way,
through your
I'm
veins.
gonna have a fucking loincloth on with fucking very sweaty genitals, and I think that's gross.
Mexican Tarzan here. Are there apes on this side of the world? I don't think so.
There's
Who
there's
knows?
like the Ebola monkeys that are on the island, but those are artificially planted there.
Yeah, they're
Or are
brought
they?
in.
So how the fuck did we get over here? If we're supposedly related to apes, how did people get over here before Columbus even? And there's no apes over here. I don't think there's apes over here indigenously, right?
No,
I don't think so. On this side of the fucking world? Weird.
No.
Weird. Well, I guess
I-
Pangea would make most
Oh.
of it, but that would mean fucking people have been here a long fucking time.
Yeah,
but that's
supposed.
that's the thing is the whole thing, like even the Bering Strait was connected, right? And like
Right.
you don't like there's weird things where they're like there's been melts and freezes that will like people were always on the move, right?
Right.
Like so even if people would like set up shop for a few years, times change, climate changes, seasonal, they might just you know what, okay, we're gonna move on now to wherever, right?
You kind of probably moved where food was, and if like you ate a lot of meat, you were chasing down a lot, so you kill everything in the area and then move on. You know, kill
That's
everything
how
feasible or that you can catch.
that's how they
It all
explain the
depends
Hobbit.
on your beginning story, because different religions and stuff have different beginnings and different tales on how they came about or whatever, and how they ended up here on American soil. A lot of science tells us that the Egyptians came through a long, long, long time ago before the white people were there. And they were the ones who darkened up the Mexicans and the Venezuelans and everything. That's why the Indians got a lot of their dark complexion.
That makes sense because there's supposedly hieroglyphics
And
in the
then,
Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Lovelock Cave. If you come down from the other side, the Vikings came. The Vikings and the Norwegians were over there, and they were trading
I've
with the
heard that too.
and the Egyptians,
Norwegian.
all that shit. And if you look into the Lovelock Cave, I mean, there was Egyptians over here. There was fucking Greeks over here.
Yeah.
There was Vikings over here. There was Tibetans over here because there's fucking Buddha fucking statues in that bitch. And there's lizard people shit in there. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean,
we had like legit like societal people, like people who came from a society. Then why is it that when Columbus came here, they were all a bunch of fucking like?
Columbus didn't come here. Columbus went to fucking the Caribbean.
Okay, but over here and then spread colonialism is what
Well,
I'm
the
saying.
Pilgrims came over this way, and they were free. They were fleeing religious persecution, which I'm not understanding any of that bullshit. Because what other religion was there but God? You were killed if you didn't believe in God. The whole Inquisition type shit went on. And then they brought the shit here to the Americas and did the same fucking thing.
Well, they were
The Pilgrims
proved,
are
right?
just the original Who people.
They
And
were too rigid in their beliefs. That was the problem.
Mm.
That's why because hey, Europe are a bunch of dirty sluts. That's you know.
Well, see, this is another thing. Like, and I even talk. I have the same argument for the people who are the first people. You know, the indigenous people here on American land. They were all warriors. They fought. There was more than one tribe. They fought against the tribe. They fought for territory. They took down buffalo. All that shit. There was warriors in them tribes.
Yeah.
You gonna tell me that we'll go big amounts because I think it was only like maybe 40 or 50 people on the first time, but we'll say 100 men with maybe 50 guns that you got to be like bang, and you got all these fucking warrior tribes coming in, and you let all these white folks colonize you.
Well, a little bit the measles, like you were saying
They took
earlier,
your
they got
land.
sick and shit.
They took all your land. They stole this and they stole that. I mean, the white man was clearly outnumbered. So I
I
mean,
don't know. I you know what? This is the thing with that is like
War
I don't.
tactics, bro.
No, it's not even that. I don't think we even have an accurate history of it, right? Like
No,
the way, like remember the victor writes history, right? It's not the story that's told is from one perspective and one's perspective alone. Marco is wasted. I mean,
I think
FYI, I did overserve myself today with I got painkillers for my back, and then I also took 2 100 milligram gummies.
your
So
back
I,
still
I
feeling
can't really
good?
yeah, so I'm stretching it out. So it's feeling better, but like it's very sensitive. So I don't know what I did, but I've been rolling it out and it's
Stretching that
getting
back
better,
out, huh?
bro. I'm an old man. I'm fat.
I think the fact that like
Not bad, Nick. How
we
you doing?
came from a society that like had been through fucking like 1,000 years, maybe 2,000 years of historical fucking
Yeah.
evidence of how to fight wars and how to, war generals Sun Tzu and all that, Alexander the Great, and it just kept building, 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 building. And then we came over here and it's just a bunch of guys with arrows who don't really know how to fight anything other than each other and buffalo. You know what I mean? And not only that, but these people who know how to like fight a proper war also have weapons. You
no.
know,
Yeah.
There's a
big
hundred
trade routes and things like that.
muskets against thousands of fucking Indians with fucking bows and arrows and blow darts, and they use ninja tactics. That shit wasn't just Asian-y shit. You know they were up.
Asian shit. What the fuck?
You know they were up in the fucking trees. They knew how to take motherfuckers out.
Nice Gorbachev. Well,
You're not wrong. I just think that
I don't think it happened like that.
like you said, illness was a big thing. The weakened
Well,
immune system or whatever.
a lot of biological warfare. That's the only thing that can explain it is a lot of biological warfare. And then who was smart enough? I mean, these idiots weren't smart enough to make it through the plague. They thought a sock and a fucking beak mask was going to keep them from getting a goddamn plague. I mean,
Yeah, man.
you're handling fun. Where'd you get the measles? Who smuggled in that shit? I bet you it came from the fucking Mexicans.
Okay, that's a really big misconception about measles too. This whole thing, because there's a measles outbreak going on right now. Everybody's
Is it
freaking
really?
out because like not enough people are getting vaccinated for it or whatever. But it actually has been proven.
No, we're all vaccinated for measles. You know who's not vaccinated?
Who?
Illegals.
No, well, probably, but you're probably not wrong. But the problem is people don't realize that, like, it's been proven that if you catch measles at a very young age, you actually have a way stronger immune system versus a lot of shit. Like, people who caught measles as babies now in today's society actually don't get cancer, like, at a very staggering rate.
We are not doctors, and this is all for comedy purposes.
I've read about it. Look it up.
Hey, you might want to look that shit up before you start.
You know what? Hey, let's do that right now. We did it for the other show. Let's do it for this show. That's fine. Let's
About to eat my words, aren't I?
Yeah, that
want to say?
That's kind of rough right there. Cole.
Cancer
I
rate.
have to look and see the specific article I read, but I'll look it up.
Was it in Mad Magazine?
I don't know where it was.
Let me see.
I did see that they have some new mRNA gene treatment that could stop a lot of shit.
Okay, so a study found that having measles as a child was associated with a lower risk of dying from cancer later in life, according to PubMed. Gov. However, more research is needed to confirm these findings.
And so it could be true. Hey, cool, no shit.
Look at that.
And it only ever said, you ever notice that it only ever says needs more evidence because it's just not backed by the FDA yet, who I don't fucking trust anymore.
Oh, bro, come on.
They're
Can't
like,
trust
oh
this
yeah, you
guy.
can have spiders in your fucking candy bar. Who cares?
Oh, you hear
man.
fucking McDonald's and just another company are going ape shit on RFK.
Funny is, dude.
Fuck them. Bro, I want RFK to fucking fix your food because, bro, food has so much more flavor. And even like, hey, even our cheese isn't as good as Euro cheese. European cheese will make you kill someone. I swear to fucking God.
Yeah, but see, there's another thing there to that whole issue. I've seen a lot of the European cheese making and European wine making and a lot of European culinary shit, which not a fan.
That's because you're gay.
But it's all made,
traditional food.
all made in unsanitary conditions. It's all somebody's hands or feet are on it.
Yeah,
no. That's fucking Bangladesh fucking content, bro. That's not European.
Leaving milk out just to make cheese on its own. Yeah. Got flies all in it and shit.
You're both uncultured swine that will suffer the Kraft singles for the rest of your life. You dirty sons of bitches. Okay.
A lot of them are on farms. You can see the wind blowing the dust from the dirt and hay right into the fucking milk that they're supposedly.
I hope you both get E. coli from Kraft singles.
Did you see the European cheese that gets better with the more maggots it has in it? Ugh. What the fuck? I will stick to Velveeta before I fuck with some shit like that. Gordon Ramsay done taught me how to make mozzarella in 20 minutes on my own stove.
You can make homemade Velveeta too, by the way, with just cream cheese and cheddar, for the record. Just melting it together.
Yeah, boom, boom, ching. Fuck your fucking nasty Euro cheese. Yeah, now, to your defense, though,
you're both
my grandpa used to bring back goat cheese from Puerto Rico.
Cheese, so good.
Oh my God, that and some Puerto Rican coffee in the morning.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. I actually had a cousin who was making goat cheese, and he he's like, okay, so he goes, I have one that's been salted and been for 6 months. He goes, I have one that's salted for 30 days, and I have one that is fresh and haven't been salted at all. And bro, the unsalted tasted like mozzarella. Like it was so smooth. I was like, what the fuck is this? He goes, yeah, man. He goes, trust me. He goes, I'm learning how the fuck, like I can do anything with this shit. Like it was wild.
Dude, a good fucking goat cheese, man. Oh my God. Because my grandfather's sister, who used to live down the street from him, used to make it. And I mean, it comes from Puerto Rico. It's tied up in some paper. It's not wax and shit. Yeah. What is it? Does Marco even hear what he's saying? Yeah. What?
Do you hear what Marco is saying?
Yeah.
Look, fucking wrong with goat cheese.
Nick Gorbachev says death is just a transition, Cole. Your grandma is doing just fine, even if you can't see her or hear her now. You'll meet again one day. In the meantime, she'll stay up to date on what's going on in your life. I hope we don't meet again. I don't want to go to hell.
That is.
Fuck! Did you just get a tarot reading?
Apparently.
Hey, Nick Gorbachev, let's calm down.
Let me drown, bro. She just she just like walked away while I was not knowing how to swim. Just let me drown in a pool. Fuck her.
Bro, you are surrounded by toxic females. This is
They're all
fucking.
toxic, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no good ones out there.
Oh, dude, I feel you, Cole. I was brought up around a lot of females. Later on, like when we moved out to projects, I moved to my grandma's house, and it was my mom, my grandma, my two female cousins. My brothers weren't there very much, so it was just the constant female beer.
Bro,
They hate each other, man.
bro, I love. You know what? The one advantage that I have is that Victoria, being an only child, she's okay with silence. So I'm like, we'll drive with the radio off and just no talking.
That's
And I fucking love it, bro. I'm like, we'll have conversations. We had an argument today, but
see, most of the time when my eyes go like that, that means there's going to be a big fight.
That's fine. I love fighting.
I hate the people that gotta talk over the radio. Like, can I just listen to my song? I don't want to listen to anything you have to say.
The radio down.
If I'm in your car, we can listen to the radio, no problem. Or we're gonna talk. If we're gonna talk, just turn off the radio. Just
right.
People who leave the radio on, we're like, oh, hey, they'll start talking. It's your car. You turn up the radio and then start talking. And I'm like,
they don't catch the hint at all.
I'm like, and I'll go, hey, I can't hear a word you say. And they're like, really? Have you had your hearing checked? I'm like, yeah, it says I can't hear assholes while they talk. That's it.
Man, I've had the passengers that, you're driving. It's a bit of silence, so you turn the radio up. Soon as you turn the radio up, that's when they want to talk.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Turn the radio down.
Something tells me Atlas would have a problem with this conversation. I mean, probably.
There's a reason Atlas isn't a part of this particular podcast because no. He would lose his mind.
Atlas don't have integrity.
No, I don't think he doesn't have integrity. I think he's just misguided.
I didn't say integrity. I said Atlas don't have integrity.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. That's true.
The thing is about Atlas is he does have integrity. It's like he's misguided. He's got it. He puts his integrity into the wrong energy. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, he has integrity. He's just misguided. He just doesn't realize how foolish some stuff is. But it's like, hey, man, you can have your own beliefs. Listen, there's a guy who is a pastafarian. He believes in the spaghetti god. You're like, okay, man, whatever. I don't care.
Right.
You're a weirdo. Have fun. I don't care. Right?
Thanks.
Who is Atlas? Atlas is my other host, Sasha, for Generation Dan, which I do on Sundays. Actually, weird thing. So I'm taking this course through YouTube for a vertical live stream boot camp. And so we've been breaking up into groups and talking with people and stuff like that and meeting other content creators. And I might have one coming on Sunday to Generation Dan who live streams content as well. And I'm it was pretty wild to actually meet people.
You're making friends.
I'm making friends in the community. It's pretty interesting. Yeah. I'm actually a cool person.
Ask them if they want to get drunk on Saturdays, bro.
I already offered. Yeah.
They're all like, no.
They're like, what? I'm like, yeah. You cook in your home and you have to eat your own shitty food. And they're like, that's awesome. I'm like, oh.
We know. That's why we do it.
That's why I'm like, one of us cooks, the other one talks shit. Nice, good for you.
I might do a hammered and cheese, and I'll just cook my dog's food.
There you go. Oh, that would be a great episode of dog food for hammer and cheese.
All it is brown fucking hamburger.
You should. Hey, you know what? You should try and make dog chow. The DAWG. It's meant for like bachelor chow from Futurama.
Wow.
Okay. Things are getting crazy here in Maine. They are making us go to queer wildlife events to celebrate animals that aren't heteronormative. Oh, it's so gay. Bro, that's the gayest shit I've ever read. Nick.
Yeah, y'all's fucking governor is a chick for one, and B, beefing with Trump. And they're like, oh, we're not going to pay taxes or whatever. Okay, good luck with that.
Bro, like the
I really want to follow some of your beliefs, man. I really do sometimes. But even I can't be with some of that fuck shit, man.
the weird thing is that it's like, no, this is the hill I'm gonna die on. And you're like, why? Like
Why is
what
there gonna be a hill? Why are we dying?
Why would you die on a hill for somebody else? You know what I mean? That has nothing to do with you. They want to cut their dicks off. Cool, let them. But
Oh,
why
yeah,
why are you here? Like,
why is this your issue? I don't understand.
Well, I think it's like I've seen, like I've never seen it personally. I've seen someone kind of felt kind of weird about the way the situation was. It's not my place to say anything.
Yeah.
But a lot of these people really are. I thought it was some bullshit. A lot of these people really are like indoctrinating their own children and pretty much brainwashing them into thinking that they want to be something that they're not.
Yeah.
Like, there was one video of this lady. She had 2 little kids, and she was steady telling this boy to go. Like it was like a church almost.
Yeah.
They professed their gayness or whatever, and this
There
little
you go.
boy, they put the microphone to this little boy. He's like 6 years old, dude. And they're like, do you want to be gay or do you want to be trans? And he's like, no, no, no. And the mom's just looking down and she's holding another baby. Finally, the mom took the mic and was like, oh, I would just love to say that my son wants to be a female and he's going to be going by this name. No, if your kid wants to be that way when he's 18,
Sure.
right there, you do what the fuck you want to do. But until then, I mean, them kids can't, get a tattoo. Them kids can't go and buy a pack of cigarettes.
right.
Them kids can't go buy a beer. Them kids now, I mean, they got to be 21 to buy a gun. So, I mean, they 16 to fucking drive.
Yeah.
Which
No,
honestly, I think is too young. To be honest,
no,
it should be 18 for adults. You should be an adult to drive. It should be 18 for a man. It should be 25 for a woman.
Hold on. I like this. Nick's like, they aren't my beliefs. LOL. Yeah, no. We know, Nick, you're not you know what? I don't want to say that you're not kind. It's more so that you realize that there are more important things to this farce that people are shoving down everyone's throat. I need to retire management has got, oh, I can only imagine the shit you have to pull off. Do you ever have to have like meetings with your staff about like conduct and somebody said something inappropriate and now they're being reported and shit? Marco seems like he just learned what weed is, and no, he's the OG of weed. That's
No,
No, but he didn't even say anything about weed. Did you say anything about weed at all today?
no. That's
Yeah,
why.
you just got the little picture in the back.
Things are in a weird place right now. Things are in a very weird place. This is the one thing that I'll happily tell people what I believe, but I'm like, I don't believe in that government is serving us right now. That's my belief. And I think that things are worse than they have been in a very long time. It's not good.
I think we just need more fucking like people just be like, this is dumb. Like we gotta stop letting everybody I said this the other day where it's like depression is running rampant right now because we got rid of the bullies. Because now you're not getting bullies, so you can kind of just be weird without consequences or direction, and that's unfulfilling. And then of course, the bullies, they're not allowed to bully, so they're depressed. So like we need to get back to a bullying society.
It wasn't perfect, but it fucking worked. Okay.
It's your job.
the answer, but it's a answer.
Exactly.
Listen,
Violence is an answer. Integrity.
It's
but
like
you have to when somebody's telling you this, you're stupid. That's dumb. You're a weirdo. You have to decide. Yeah, or no, fuck you. I'm gonna become the greatest ever. Because what is like Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, all the greatest of all time ever fucking
weirdos.
They all said, well, they're all weird too, but they all said somebody told me I couldn't do it. And then I fucking did it. I did the best at it.
People like that because I was that type of person. If you told me I couldn't do it, I was gonna do it. But like I got a lot of kids that buckled. I got a lot of kids. I got a lot of kids that buckled.
Well, why? Because they don't
I
have
got a lot of
bullies.
kids that need therapy right now.
They don't have bullies though. They just see you as one.
Yeah.
My dad's mean. Well, yeah, because he grew up in a society where bullies were allowed. And then your kids, they're just being like, why's my dad mean? And then they don't go to school
Yeah.
with bullies. So they're soft.
Okay, hold on. They wanted me to run a diversity training on a professional development day, so I ordered Chinese food and told the staff to hang out with each other.
I mean,
Attaboy.
I would have got a little Chinese, a little pizza, maybe a little bit of like maybe some if there's a Hispanic place around, some tortillas, some
Hey,
some
there's a
quesadillas, some shit like that. Throw
there's
some hot
a
dogs, some fucking American macaroni and cheese. Boom, there's your DEI.
bro. There's a
We do need to do like a big food thing, Marco, at some point.
oh, bro. There's a Jamaican. There's a like a Jamaican restaurant that's up by my house, and they serving oxtail beef patties. Hey, with coleslaw, and bro, it is so good, and a cocoa bun. It is so good. And even hey, Victoria got oxtail and rice.
Fucking, you had to.
You don't like oxtail?
No,
Man,
not at all. Not at all. And
Oxtail is delicious. Are you kidding me?
I came up watching my mom grab a fucking pig foot out of a jar of fucking liquid and just gnaw on that shit.
I bet it's good too.
Gross looking.
You're the worst spick I ever met.
Right.
You know that? You're the worst.
Right.
That's what you are.
I
That's
am
what you are, sir.
assimilated.
That's speaking Span right there. He's just too clean.
Hold on.
That, dude.
Okay,
Oh
hold
my
on.
god.
Randy
gross.
Moss says you three are meant to do a mukbang video. Just if you want to see Wiener Apocalypse, where Cole and I actually literally gorged ourselves on hot dogs.
Oh
Now,
yeah. Just like
I'll
a
go head to
small.
head with any of you guys on some fila.
What is
I'll do that.
Some tomates.
Oh,
Oh, I'll fucking put away fucking dude. I spend like every time there's a Greek fest in Camel.
Oh yeah,
at least $100. That my meal costs at least $100 worth of fila.
You
I
fat
thought you
bitch.
bought like a whole fucking pan for it, and you're like, "This is all for me." I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah,
We both were like, "You fat bitch," and then he's like, "Oh, they didn't taste good." I'm like, "Ah."
They look like they didn't.
I hate them though. Because I'm used to real deal fucking.
Yeah.
Don't let the fucking spick fool you. There's Jew floating around in me. I ain't gonna not eat them.
I've never had good food at festivals though. Like I don't know what it is, but they don't. They don't try their best.
The Camel Greek Fest is all old school Greeks that pass down them recipes because there's a Greek school and a church right across from each other. Like they all, yeah, it's real deal. That's worth $100.
Hit me with the details.
But that's not the one that we went to.
No.
No. This one's like by my house. Like
when is it?
Up in Camel. When they pop up. They just pop up, dude. Like I'm sure there's gonna be a couple coming up because Greek Easter and all that shit.
Yeah.
They have a different Easter.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know. Cause that'd be fucking, bro. I would come to that,
dude.
I'd make mad friends real quick.
They do the girls dancing around and the whole, you know, you can buy all kind. It's mostly food and liquor, no lie. You know, they do their little dances, but
that's a.
Hey, I did those dances at my wedding, eh?
My daughter used to do them because we were in Camel forever. She used to dance around in the Greek things, man. It's actually kind of cool.
It's
like
fun.
when the guys wear the fezzes and does it, it's kind of weird, but
yeah. I had an uncle who would take a glass of ouzo and put it on his head and dance.
To do the Opa dance?
Yeah, well, something like that. But that is not no, definitely not.
It's more of a
patty cake. Big
Russian.
It's like a chicken says that.
They do that there too. But that's mostly the Italian fest that does that.
Yeah.
The Italian fest.
You know what? We used to go to a lot of weddings because of how religious I was. People got married, right? Like that was part of the culture. So we were in weddings like all year round. We would have weddings to go to. Like it was a lot. But like I think almost every wedding I ever went to had the fucking chicken dance.
See, I don't see them too many more at the weddings, but I always see them at the Greek fest. And like when the festival time comes around, me and Ray just we'll just go binge out from festival to festival, getting festival food. I've still. There's only one place. If you could find them, Dino. Oh my God, it's fabulous. I've never thought something so simple. Fucking deep fried pineapple.
Oh yeah, I've had that,
Deep fried fruit is always good, dude.
bro. It's
Deep
even
fried.
a
I've seen it at one place. It was like a haunted house type festival, and oh my God, man, fucking phenomenal.
Some gay redneck deep fried fruit.
also at if you go to a Brazilian steakhouse, which it's all you can eat, and they have it on a spit, and they come to your table and they slice off bits of meat for you. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fucking the
It's like
one
a
that's the best. The one that's the best is picanha, and it is fucking great. But as dessert, what they'll do is they put a full pineapple with cinnamon and sugar on the outside, and then they put it on the barbecue in the same thing that they're cooking all the steaks.
Oh,
And then they come to the table and they slice off the edges, and then they coat it and put it back in. It's fucking great, bro.
It sounds like a very fancy old country buffet.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Now you just go up with your plate and slice you off whatever fucking piece of meat pulled out the fucking oven. They say that's enough, and then you go.
Except they come to you at your table.
Well, yeah, that's because they're fancy. I bet you're
That's right.
paying a lot more than fucking $20 a goddamn plate.
Yeah, it's usually around 50. I think now it's actually probably like 75, but yeah.
If I pay you $75 a plate, you better bring my fucking steak to me.
Oh, see, I had this discussion with somebody today. So deep fried fruit, because Victoria's like, now you're talking my language. You guys need to try deep fried banana. It's fried with a very thin light batter, then covered in melted sugar so that it breaks like glass when hardened.
Yeah, it's fucking delicious. Are you kidding me? I've never had deep fried banana.
I've seen actually at Asian restaurants, they take they half bananas or quarter them, whatever the fuck, and they dip them in like a red strawberry type sugar, and it almost looks like there's glass on them. And then they do a breaded one too, with clear sugar things. So yeah, they have them at the fucking Asian places here. The Mexicans make them.
Nice. Hold on, I gotta talk to this Doug Ford, more like Doug Board. I'm drunk. That's number one. That's fucking hilarious. And then Nick Gorbachev, Doug is just trying to live up to his much cooler brother, Rob Ford. Listen, Rob Ford, while a crackhead, was a fantastic mayor. One of the best mayors we've ever had.
You know how many comedians from Canada make fun of him?
Yeah. Hey, great fucking mayor, bro. Great fucking. Hey, you had his personal cell phone and he answered, and he'd be like, all right, what's up? Hey, that guy got shit done. If that takes a little crack, I don't give a shit.
Like a weight contest, and every time he showed up, he got pissed that he didn't gain or didn't lose any weight.
I don't remember. Maybe. I think
a comedian talks about that and about I was talking about eating pussy on fucking live television.
I saw that live, bro. There's two things that there are two events that happen on Canadian news TV that I saw live, and I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I can't believe that happened. So one guy asked Mike Tyson to his face, he's like, hey, you're up here supporting Rob Ford, who was the crackhead. He goes, but you're a convicted rapist. Do you think that's going to affect him negatively? And he's like, I didn't know you were a piece of shit. And like he got pissed. He's like, oh, come on, Michael. Mike, this is live television. We can't bleep it out. He's like, well, you're a piece of shit. I don't care. He's like, I didn't know you were a garbage person that would bring something like that up. And in turn, you're like, bro, I want to ask that guy if he shit his pants before or after asking that question, because you definitely shit your pants.
As soon as shit came out of fucking Tyson's mouth, that man dropped his second deuce.
Yeah. So, and then the other one was they interviewed Rob Ford, and Rob Ford's like, I want to make a statement. All the cameras live. Boom, on his face. He goes, you know what? She said something about eating her pussy. No, thanks. I have enough to eat at home. Thank you. Okay. Hey, every reporter just turned to the camera and went, "Do you get that? That just happened." Like they just look at the camera like, "You're live, right? Everyone saw that." And like they're saying, "I can't believe that just fucking happened, bro." I watched it. I'm like, "Bro, the fuck did you just say on live television?" You're like, "Holy shit." It was wild, bro.
That reminds me of Eminem's Gay on Our Show. Eminem's gay on their show.
Yeah. Fucking the interview.
Holy fuck! Did you get that? Did you get that?
Like that.
Eminem starts reciting his old lyrics. He's like, "I've been
Rob
gay
was
this
one of a
entire
kind.
time." Like,
At least he was honest. He was honest. I'm like, and you know what? He did crack. I don't care. I don't care.
Well, that's like Marion Barry. How many times they catch him with hookers and crack? And fuck, he was mayor of Washington forever.
Like, in all honesty, I just like, and even fuck, man, Tiger Woods, let him fuck them hoes. That's fine, man.
oh, did y'all hear that? The Colombian governor, said, or president, or whatever the fuck he is, like this was like a week ago. He said that like cocaine should be considered like alcohol, but all these damn countries in Europe and America and whatnot are telling me what I can and can't do with my plant. It like it was like it's good for you.
He's like, it should be the same as whiskey. It's no different. And you're like, number one, no, it's a little different, my friend. And I'll tell you, they go together fantastically. Right. I'll tell you that much, okay? I've been the most shit-faced and awake all at the same time. And I'm like, let's go for another round, boys.
We're in a weird time. Like fucking, how do you pronounce his name? Milei, or whatever out in Argentina? He just produced evidence that says that like Nazis were using Argentina as a hideaway, and they were 100%. Sending their money to Swiss bank accounts. Like we're in such a weird time right now. Like
dude, we've been saying that shit for fucking years. Nobody ever wants to believe us. You know,
I know, but it's just weird that it's out now. You know, like
Rock is down there. I mean, because you figured the base that the Germans that were trying to keep quiet was in New Schwabenland, which is off the coast of fucking Argentina. Argentina is the closest thing to Antarctica.
Yeah.
I mean,
listen, hold on. Nick says that the difference is that I don't die of fentanyl when I drink whiskey. Okay. So that was the one thing, like my guy was, he's like, it's not going to be the best you'll ever have, but it's always just a solid high. And I'm like, all right. He goes, and it was always clean. I'm like,
if we just invade China.
That was the reason why I quit doing coke, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just too many people were dying. The shit wasn't clean no more.
Can't do that.
I didn't like it that much.
Boots on the ground in China, we can solve that problem very quickly.
See, China has the opium. Japan has the meth.
I heard fentanyl is coming from. Isn't fentanyl made with opium?
No, fentanyl goes in a little bit of everything, but fentanyl is coming from China, and nobody wants to snort fucking fentanyl. That's the whole problem.
I mean, they do. It's not healthy. It's gonna kill you. Anyway, that's a great note to finish this off on, guys. Don't do too many drugs. Do the moderately adequate amount of drugs so it doesn't ruin your life.
You can't even do drugs anymore because you get a little bit of fentanyl and you're dead, bro. Like,
yeah, that is what my whole point was. Integrity.
Have a great night, everyone. We're going to be back on, are you going to be back Friday or no?
Am I doing something Friday? No, I'm not doing nothing Friday.
All right. So we're going to be back with Hammered and Cheese on Saturday. We are still trying to pick something. No worries, I have to go because I have to check on my daughter who is in Paris, but must say I find you also interested to the zoo. That's funny. See, not all women don't see eye to you. Remember some nice girls. We appreciate you, Sasha. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Later.